Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Guy Smith, and you guys are watching On Wrestling. This video actually is tonight. Is for the my version of the WrestleMania that I saw. Review. I know everybody else did part one. Some people are probably still watching part two. But here's what I think. WrestleMania part one was good. Um, I did love the women's tag team title match because I kind of knew that the Kabuki Warriors were gonna lose to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross because it, it doesn't really it's not really the stress that gets me. It's kind of the it's really just not it's really just the brains really because here's my thing is that they the thing is Nikki Cross deserves it. And I'm gonna say that because she had a fantastic WrestleMania moment. Her doing the crossbody, her actually doing the neck breaker, and making Kyrie almost for Asuka, and basically countering everything that tried to counter what Kyrie did and kicked out, and she got a pin and she won. See, the match was good. I just thought it would have been. I think there should have been some type of hype to it though. That's my only thing. You know what I mean? And then you still got, and this is the thing that kind of gets me, that even with like that match, and then it was a really good match between, and then it was what was it? It was the tag team title match, which was really good. Which I think Miz and Morrison shouldn't have won, but that botch was funny because like he hits him and the botch was funny. It was a lot of good matches. You know what? And not saying like I don't like the Usos or New Day, but I'm tired of seeing them. Like, dude, like that's all we ever get in SmackDown. We don't never get no new tag teams unless they come from NXT. And I feel like they're not gonna do that much. I mean, they're gonna keep coming back regardless of whatever happens, but that's how I feel because it's like the New Day is mad because they don't go, they're not they can't be a tag team. And then which is really kind of funny, they keep doing it. They keep pushing this. Sorry, guys, it's my beard. Sorry. Like I said, it's literally the same problem we keep having. We keep having we keep having this same thing with the New Day and the Usos, which I'm fine with that. And Miz was right. The competition got set and they were beating each other, they were fighting each other, they were infighting a little bit. There was a little bit of working together, but all in all, John Morrison did it without the Miz. And the thing that kind of got me a little bit out of all of it was like, they're still trying to push a lot of things and they're still trying to do something with them, which to a point would have worked out, and that's the thing I liked about that. But I really kind of, even with the Shayna Baszler match, I feel like they weren't trying to kill it. They're not trying to kill it forever because it's not done. I think Becky just survived. She beat Shayna clean. And this is the thing about Shayna. She just got overconfident. She got beat cleanly. She got killed in the Mae Young Classic. She got killed by Rhea Ripley. And I mean, and this is the thing too where I kind of felt like they really didn't do that much. And you know what? Here's the thing. I don't hate Rhea. I mean, I don't hate Shayna Baszler. She's not bad. I just think that her going against Becky Lynch at the time for WrestleMania would have been fine, and she would have probably had a perfect reign if, like, if Becky wasn't, if Becky didn't know who she was beforehand. And that's the problem. You can't just come out and try to take on Becky. She told you she's gonna bring you to war. She's gonna bring you to your point. And the thing is, it would have been better if the crowd was into it. And then it would have probably been a longer match. It would have been a fantastic match. It would have been by submission or basically on TKO. And this is the thing too. And this is like, and I really kind of think that they're gonna do something with they're gonna do something with Becky and Sasha anyway, or they're gonna make her. She's gonna get her chance at Money in the Bank. She'll get her chance. That's how I think it's gonna go down. I think at Money in the Bank, she's gonna get her chance to do whatever she wants to do at that point. Meaning that she will probably get a spot. She'll probably apply. They'll probably do the thing for the money in the qualifying tournament for Money in the Bank. They'll do that like probably near the end of April, end of this month, and then they'll do it. They'll do like a Monday night. It's going to be that because that's what they're going to do. They're going to make her wait till Money in the Bank for her to get a shot at because she's not going to get a rematch. There's no rematch clause. See, and this is the thing too, and I also want to talk about the Charlotte versus Rhea. But I think it was a really fantastic match. I think Rhea's gonna get that title back. She's gonna get her title back. She's gonna get it back at NXT, meaning that she'll probably try to. If somebody gets hurt from the ladder match, or somebody gets hurt, that means Rhea can go back in, get a number one contender spot. She'll take the title back from Charlotte. She'll beat Charlotte again. That's how that'll go. That's how that'll go. Because it was fantastic. But I don't think she tapped. She was beating on her leg. She didn't tap. She didn't do this. She didn't do that. I think they should have looked it out. But it was a fantastic match. I think it was. It just proved Charlotte Flair, and this is the thing too. I feel like she. I just feel like the NXT title was just a base. It was just a waste to wrestle against because I feel like she's not even a part of NXT anymore. So what? She gonna sign back in the NXT run like what? That doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm sorry because I feel a certain kind of way because I'm like, yo, you what? You're happy that you beat Rhea? You're happy that you beat her? That's the problem, and I just feel like that's kind of a waste. I'm not hating on Charlotte Flair, but yo, you've already accomplished so much. What else do you need to accomplish? I mean that. You don't need to accomplish it. And that was really, it was okay. Like I said, it was a good match. I did love the match between Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan. I think that was a really good match. I think that like Cesaro and Shinsuke getting involved was stupid. I don't know what is with the artists. I think it's the Artist Coalition or something like that. And Sami Zayn being like, and kind of, it's not a big disappointment, but I'm kind of looking at Sammy like, what are we doing with Sammy? Because I feel like, what is he doing? Like, I mean, guys, like, not saying like I hate him, but this is the thing where I kind of feel like, well, what are we gonna do? And since we kind of have to deal with the Raw after WrestleMania, which is tomorrow, and the SmackDown after WrestleMania, and NXT after WrestleMania, to like Wednesday night, and I just feel like really, and not saying I hate, not saying I hate. It's like I said, not saying I hate Sami Zayn, but what are we gonna do? But and my thing is, I did like Braun Strowman and Goldberg. I love that match. I think it was really good. I'm glad that Braun Strowman won a championship. I'm glad that he won the Universal title. He finally got a main title besides the Intercontinental title. I'm glad that he won something. Because I've been wanting him to win the Intercontinental title for so long. For so long that he finally has it. And my other thing I want to talk about, like I didn't even like, and I didn't like the one match I actually didn't like was the SmackDown Women's title because I feel like Bayley, like I felt like it wasn't really worth all of it because at the end of the day she still won thanks to Sasha because I knew Sasha was going to help her retain it. She wasn't going to go after the belt. She wasn't going to go after it because why would Sasha need to go after the SmackDown Women's title? It just don't make no sense now. Like that's my point. Like I don't see the point of dealing with it. I don't feel like dealing with the same problem because it's like, well, and this is the thing, and I don't like her. I still don't get why does she want to be. This is the thing. I'm cool with anybody else like Naomi or Lacey Evans being champion or even Nikki Cross. I just don't see the point of them wanting to be champion because to me that kind of defeats the purpose of them being champion. It's like, well, we're just gonna do it because we can, and we're just gonna do it because we'll make money. We're just gonna do it because we can do it, and this is the thing too. And then it's like, well, and then the thing that kind of got me with the women was dumb. Like the elimination should have just been a battle over the battle, a top rope, that's over the top rope battle royal like elimination. Cause she still won. She still won and she got eliminated and she still won. So pretty much, what are you gonna do, Paige? And I like that she's putting her in matches, but it doesn't make no sense. And this is like, what are we gonna do after WrestleMania? And that was my biggest thought to all of this. Like, I'm actually glad that Drew won the WWE champion because we're finally done with Brock Lesnar. We're finally done. We're finally done with him. Meaning I don't hate him. I just don't want another. I didn't want another WrestleMania year or another year 2020 with Brock Lesnar because to me that's kind of a waste. I don't see the point of him having the title. I don't see the point of him having it because to me that's kind of a waste where we're just putting him there. We're just putting him here. We're just putting him there. Why? We don't need to do that. We don't need to put him in the spot. We don't need to put him there. Because you know what, and also I also want to talk about like I said, I apologize if this is a long video, guys, but I also want to talk about the Bray Wyatt John Cena match. That thing was stupid. It was stupid. Because it's like, what's the point? We know who you are. We knew what you were beforehand. I knew about Husky Harris because he was in 2012 and Nexus in 2012. We knew who you were, bro. We knew what you were doing. I've heard your voice before. You were a Husky Harris. That was one character that you got rid of. And you became Bray Wyatt. That was the thing that kind of gets me because people don't never think that maybe in our psyche, in our minds, or the WWE thinks we're idiots, like we don't know this dude. And this is the thing. What was the point of it? Why couldn't he just have another match or a match that didn't make any sense? It wasn't even a gimmick match. It was basically him going through the ring and going to 4 different things and him having all this video footage from WCW, NWO. Basically, him going into Doctor of Thugonomics, which was fine. I was okay with that. But you know what? And this is the thing too, guys. Like I'm not wrestling observer. I'm not really gonna think. I don't think there's a lot of botches. But this is what I'm thinking about the WWE. This is what I'm thinking about. And like I said, WrestleMania was good, but it would have been so much better without that match. I think that was just John Cena being like, well, John Cena, because he doesn't want to, that's the thing. He won't go in the Hall of Fame. He won't retire. He won't do it. That's what pisses me off even more. Like, what are we doing? And then tomorrow, because we don't know what's going to happen, because to the point we don't know. It's the same thing. Nobody in Raw actually moves up in the bracket except for Drew. And that's the funny thing. How does Drew get to be WWE champion? Drew got to be WWE champion after 13 years. And I was happy because he finally got to the promised land that he was supposed to get when he was 21. And I knew what he wanted to do because they got him and they brought him back because he was supposed to leave in 2012, didn't leave. Came back in 2013, didn't leave. Came back in 14, didn't leave. And then came back in 15, didn't come back till about a year later to 2015, 2016. Because he came back, he was in NXT. That's why he was there. He was in NXT. That he dropped from NXT, went to the main roster. See, that's my point. I don't see the sense of it. I don't see the sense of them doing, WWE's not doing what they're supposed to do. I did like the Randy Orton and Edge match, but that just proved Edge had to almost break Randy Orton's neck. Because Randy Orton thinks that just because you're a better dude, because you're not a Hall of Famer like Edge, because you didn't do what he did and broke his record and went through everything and went through 23 ladder matches and did everything. He was the one that pulled you out of a hole, dude. But that doesn't matter, though. Because relatively, and I'm not making this a rant video because I'm happy, but relatively, and if you guys learn anything from me, as I've spoken to you about this, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Randy Orton thinking he's going somewhere. And this dude has been champion. He's had every other belt. He's had the world title. He's a WWE champion. He's had every belt in the world. And this dude is not even... He's never had the women's because he's not a woman. That's the only belt. He's been tag team champion. He's been intercontinental champion. He was the first intercontinental champion when it was in Evolution. And that's the funniest thing. Nobody never thinks that maybe Randy still had a problem. Randy had a problem because Randy was still doing some dumb shit because Randy didn't know what he wanted to do. He thought being a third generation superstar was going to change that. Nah, that didn't change it. You let Triple H give you a shot. You let Triple H give you and make you into a weapon and mold you because you would have been in the realm of obscurity. Because you know what's funny? I also thought about this too. Now hold the applause. I like the Boneyard match with AJ Styles and Undertaker. But I like the fact that Undertaker was speaking to him. Was like, how was my wife? How you think I'm an old man, right? This is what AJ doesn't get. You can't beat everybody. Dude, we know you're the phenomenal one. We know you've become world heavyweight. You were a WWE champion. You did it. You said you were going to do it, and that's what you did. You beat John Cena. What else do you need, bro? We know everything about you. We know who you were in TNA. You came from TNA, another wrestling promotion, went to WWE. Didn't even have to go to NXT. You were on the indie scene. That's what we knew about Bray and Finn and the rest of them. And the guy you brought back, the dudes that you they're not even tag team champions. The dude, your best friends are not doing nothing. Because AJ says and AJ would have been like, you don't think I'm doing? No, I don't think you're doing it. You're going to challenge Undertaker. Why are you challenging him? Roman beat him. What do you need to beat him for? What, you're going to beat every era? You can't beat Ric Flair. Oh, wait. He's your mentor. He was the dude that made Fortune with you. Remember Fortune? Remember this? Remember Fortune? That's what I don't understand. That's the one thing I didn't like about the promo. That dude was talking so much crap, and he got beat up by every version of The Undertaker, which was the coolest thing I've ever seen, and he got on a bike and rode out. That's my problem, guys. He was talking so much, and this is the thing I hated, that he was supposed to be the American Badass. I liked that version. Because I didn't understand the fact of what people were putting him through. But like I said, this is not a rant video. And before I end this video, like I said, I don't know what they're going to do tomorrow for Raw or for SmackDown, because I don't even think they're going to do it anymore. I don't know. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.